back to more Angel. This is episode 4 of season 2, and I'm very, very excited to carry on with the season, see what's going to happen next. You know, I'm liking, you know, the dynamics between the characters as always. Then we have this weird as fuck stuff going on with Darla. She's kind of influencing Angel, I feel like, to have these dreams about her, and she's a creep, basically. Major creep. So yeah, that's something. But I'm very, very intrigued just to see, you know, where they're going to take this season and what the overall arc might be. I feel like Darla's obviously going to play a big role in it. And, you know, when is Angel going to find out that she's back? Stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really liking this season so far. Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. So let's get into the next one.
Cramping powder? Is that how you keep Angel sleeping when he's with you?
There's nothing so lovely as dreams.
And what's hidden in Angel's secret chambers?
Oh, let's not go there.
You've never had a single opinion you didn't read in a book.
At least I've opened a book.
Oh, don't even try with this snooty woolly boy. I was top 10% of my class.
What class? Advanced bosoms? Hey.
She was very smart, wasn't she?
We were just discussing whether or not we should offer to pay Gunn. Oh, she's so scared.
Go.
Oh.
Damn. Fucking hell. Oh! Oh.
Have to be somebody pretty strong. Yeah, you're telling me. Splash those guys all the way up.
Definition of act like you own the place, isn't it?
So what do we got here?
Hey.
Hold on a second.
Oh!
Oh, God. I told you. I tried to tell you.
Please wait.
Yeah, he can walk it off, it's fine. Oh.
Bethany.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
I'm starting to get worried.
What?
That's an ugly-looking wound.
Doesn't feel pretty either.
We
Are there any
definitely
nice-looking
approach this guy
wounds?
with caution.
Do you know how hard it is to think straight with a rebar through your torso?
Actually, I do. Benefits of a Sunday. No address or anything?
What a throwback.
Staying with a friend.
What do we know about telekinesis? Ah, yes. The power of moving things with one's mind. That's pretty much it. The power of moving.
You call, I come. Loaded for bear, ready for battle. Something else that starts with B.
What is that?
Isn't this the thing? Some of the kids in my camp put it together for me. Thought I might get the chance to stick it in something tonight.
Men are all alike.
We think she did it psychically.
Telekinesis. The power of moving things.
I have heard the word. But if I come back here on the end of a spatula, I'm expecting some serious workman's comp.
See? Workman's comp. He wants to get paid.
Cordelia.
The poor man can't even afford a real axe.
Okay.
Oh god. Is Donna gonna have fun with that wound? Meanwhile, Jean Grey can't sleep either. What is it with this show and people watching other people sleep?
Don't make a fuss, Rabbit.
Oh! Ha! Oh. Oh. This is fucking weird.
Would you like some tea?
Yeah, please.
I could do with a cup of tea.
He helps people with problems.
So what's wrong with you?
Where to begin?
If this is how she is now, what happens when you pull the trigger? She's got the profile, but an assassin's no good if it can't be controlled.
Oh.
But
Where are you?
Ah, shit.
It's like
There's a flash, like
Ah.
pops in my brain. I shouldn't even be here.
I agree.
Oh.
It's clear the girl doesn't want our help. I don't think we should be wasting our time with her.
Wesley?
Or maybe we should send you home to your father.
Well. Oh dear.
The sort of trauma that can produce this level of psychic power usually involves abuse of some kind, very early on.
Fuck.
You'd mentioned a sexual vibe. She made that crack about family business. Statistically speaking, the father was the best guess.
Oh.
There's not enough yuck in the world.
I mean, they've all had issues with their dad, so I feel like they can kind of
There you are.
help them in some way. I know it's a very different relationship,
Came up
but
here.
I've seen some horrors, some scary behavior, a couple fashion trends I constantly pray to forget. But I see people try. I see them try to be better.
You sound like an old guy.
You know, I'm very well preserved.
be interesting if she bumps into Darla and she's like sneaking in through a window. Oh shit.
Looked like a pretty happy dream. Or maybe the covers were just rumpled. I figured we'd have fun. You can do stuff to me and, you know, we'll have some fun.
That's not gonna happen, Bethany.
What, like I'm some frightened little mouse? I've done stuff. I can make you happy.
Don't want that, I'm afraid.
You wouldn't like me when I'm happy.
Jenny didn't.
Come on, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
Said stop.
Get up! What are you, from the 18th century?
I think her dad really messed her up.
I showed him in, then I leave till he's gone.
Oh wow.
Come back and clean up the mess.
Oh man. Oh shit. Ooh.
See?
That's gonna strangle you, isn't it? Cordelia is suspicious.
Nice look.
Knock, knock. See, this works great. You break, I answer.
As long as this guy's still alive, I can't enter.
Are you offering to pay me for helping you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh!
You're a very graceful man. Have I ever mentioned that?
The guy just died.
Off the critical list.
Rapist
Yeah.
for hire. See me crying?
Well, it's cool that Gunn can kind of bring that to the team, though. He'd be like quite physically imposing like Angel, but he can actually like go wherever the fuck he wants. If Pennywise shows up, I'm out.
I think you're kind of dangerous. I'm not being mean. I like you. I do.
That's testament to Charisma's acting, in that I know exactly how she felt about
Yes, I do.
Bethany, and she didn't even have to have this scene.
That's how Angel. No matter what, sex complicates the equation. Even more than you think.
Yeah, she got demon pregnant last season.
I'm Ernest.
Oh shit.
Hey! What a jerk!
Oh no.
You're about to drop the key. Stop! Bethany!
Car chase, car chase.
One more excuse from you, and I am gonna bury you alive next to my house so I can hear you screaming.
Big stream.
Pull the trigger.
That zoom.
Bethany.
Oh.
Rabbit.
Fucking hell. I just bought the bloody place. Oh!
I know what you can do, Bethany. And I know you don't mean to hurt anyone. You're
Yeah,
a
but
good
you
girl,
did, you
I know
dickhead.
that. Just you and me.
Oh.
Bethany, what are you doing? Stop it. Put me
Taking
down.
out the trash, that's what she's doing.
I... Breathe.
Help me. Stop her.
Instead of choke me daddy, it's choke me daddy.
Got the power.
Goodbye.
That's one way of checking out. Oh.
Sooner or later, your powers are going to get out of control, and you're going to need a friend. My friends don't hire men to rape or kidnap me. At least not my close ones, anyway. I was trying to make you stronger. Good job. Bethany, he is a vampire, you know. Weird.
Looks like you're gonna have to find someone else's brain to play with.
Yeah, we have someone in mind.
Good night, Lila.
She's not wrong.
Sweet dreams.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Pretty solid episode overall. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the focus on Lila, actually. Because, you know, we have focused on Lindsay quite a bit. And it was kind of nice to really see Lila get an episode to kind of shine. And I liked seeing the kind of pressure we know she's now under. And it seems like she's kind of desperate to impress Holland, and it's really nice to see him show up again in this episode because, you know, he's brilliantly creepy and hateable in like the best way. So it was nice seeing him and continuing the whole Wolfram and Hart kind of story, which I'm quite intrigued by. And yeah, just really seeing the pressure Lila's being put under, I think, to kind of deliver on promises she makes and to live up to standards that Holland has, and just to live up to everyone else in kind of the firm, really, because it is interesting to kind of have like a big band, I guess, that are like this group of people in Wolfram and Hart, but the individuals in that group can often be kind of played against each other. It's kind of a competition for them. So that's really interesting to get a kind of a real sense of like almost an antagonistic relationship between Lila and Lindsay without Lindsay even being in the episode. I think that's, you know, very well done. And yeah, I just enjoyed, you know, seeing a bit more of Lila's kind of home life, I guess, when she was staying with Bethany or having Bethany stay at her place. And how reserved she can be. There is definitely a strength to her because she just had to let Angel kind of win the day at the end there. And she could have easily said, you know, well, you know what, you're getting fucked up by Darla, so there, like, throw that in his face. But she didn't. And I think that shows a lot of strength and, you know, dedication to her mission, I guess. And so many people would just, like, use anything they had against him and kind of drop that revelation on him. So, you know, to wipe the smug look off his face or whatever. So the fact that she didn't do that shows a lot of strength to her character and her cause. So I'm interested in seeing where they're going to take that and how much of a role she's going to play more as like an antagonist alongside Lindsay and Holland, etc. So I did enjoy the focus on her. I'm just seeing a bit more about how she works and her mindset and stuff like that. She definitely seems to have a harder time, I guess, impressing Holland and a lot of pressure on her. So it was interesting to kind of see that side of things for her and to see her not have it quite so easy. And then, yeah, we get a bit more of Darla just being weird. It was interesting having like the flashbacks to, you know, fun times for Angelus and Darla. So it was interesting seeing that, and also a very interesting kind of moment, I think, when Bethany walked out of Angel's bedroom and Darla was there watching and stuff like that and noticed her. I wonder if that's going to like influence how she treats Angel in the future, because is that going to make her jealous or something like that? I don't know. She's very used to being the one in control of Angel right now. I was happy to kind of get a bit more answers about exactly how she does this whole thing with Angel when he's dreaming with that powder stuff. But it's still creepy as fuck and very uncomfortable. So the sooner Angel finds out about that and it can stop, the better, because it's just very weird. But it also kind of tied into Bethany's story, I suppose, in this episode. So that's kind of interesting how they did that. I think that they used Bethany as to parallel a lot of different things, I think, in this episode, which I thought was pretty cool. Almost in the way a parallel with Darla, I suppose, in like making a move on Angel and trying to, you know, not use him for sex, because she wasn't using him really, and that seems to be all she kind of knew as a way of kind of interacting with people, I think, Bethany, because of things they clearly hinted at her dad doing to her when she was younger and the abuse she suffered. And I did like how they kind of spoke on the very taboo topic with that, and a very dark kind of subject matter with the abuse that Bethany clearly suffered when she was a kid. And seeing her actually to kind of deal with that and use her and control her powers through such a negative thing is actually quite a nice little arc. But I did like that they spoke to that, and she has a very fractured relationship with her father, and the fact that Wesley kind of worked out that that was the case and used that against her in a sense, I thought was interesting given what we know about him and his father from I've Got You Under My Skin last season. So I liked that parallel between those two. And also a parallel I kind of figured with Bethany in the storyline with Gunn. Because Cordelia was kind of like, we need to pay Gunn for his services, he's going to help us out and stuff like that. And I think because Bethany was so like messed up by her dad, I feel like, and by other guys in her life clearly, I think she kind of saw almost sex as like a payment. And I think that's what that whole scene with Angel was about, really. I think she kind of assumed that, you know, Angel was helping her because he wanted to have sex with her. And she was like, well, you know, she almost felt like I think she owed him that, which is obviously a very messed up and incorrect point of view. So I'm glad that I think she found some worth in herself throughout the episode, which I really, really enjoyed. And I think she found that through being able to, you know, send her dad packing. What an arsehole. So I really liked Bethany's kind of story in this one. The tragic past she had, some really dark issues they explored through the character, but I thought it was done quite well. I thought the actress was really good. You know, portraying a very kind of messed up kind of girl. It's a very sad story, I think, in many, many ways. But the fact she kind of fought through it in the end, is pretty cool. So I liked her. And Wesley and Cordelia, should we talk about them? I like it when they have scenes together and they kind of like bickering and stuff like that, and that's always very funny. So they brought a bit of comedy to the episode through those two, so I thought that was very well done. And, you know, showing how perceptive Wesley can be, in a sense. It's almost like Cordelia told him that he wasn't very perceptive when it came to like women and sex, stuff like that. And the layers that women can see that Cordelia was talking about. The fact that she kind of told him that, and then he kind of was perceptive after that and worked out the connection between Bethany and her father, or at least assumed the connection. I quite liked that, and just shows how useful he can be in that sense, even when he's not a big kind of expert on the subject they have to kind of research. That was pretty cool. And him then removing himself from the situation after that whole incident, because he knew that was what was best for Bethany going forward, was really good. And Cordelia, I really loved her in this episode a lot. I mentioned it in the reaction, but Charisma's acting, when she was like watching Bethany and stuff like that, I thought she was fantastic, because she really conveyed what Cordelia was kind of feeling, and the mixed feelings that I was almost having throughout her in the episode, when she liked Bethany, but she thought she was dangerous. That was kind of how I was feeling as well, and I feel like Charisma got that across in her acting, even before the scene where she flat out said that to Bethany, and it wasn't like they really like focused in on Cordelia's face for too long in any of those moments. It was just like a couple of seconds we saw her face, and you could read so much from it. about how she was looking at Bethany and what she was feeling. So that was a testament to Charisma's acting there. And you didn't need to do like the weird zoom in on Lila's face like they did in this episode to kind of show us what Cordelia was feeling. So I liked that, you know, they just let Charisma act as great as she did. That was just something that really hit me in this episode. Her acting I thought was fantastic. I mean, she's always good, we know this, but I really, really liked that kind of little touch as an actor's choice. And then Gunn, they keep teasing him just being part of the team. I feel like we're really getting there now with the fact that they're going to start paying him, it would assume. The fact that he was just so cool with that, I enjoyed, and them displaying something he can bring to the team, which is, you know, being intimidating and, you know, fighting if he needs to, just like Angel can, but he doesn't need to be invited into places. I did like that little touch, and seeing him interact with like Wesley and Cordelia a lot more is really cool. And him and Cordelia still had a bit of banter between them, which was a nice kind of throwback to the last episode, I guess, and the continuation of that little relationship. So I enjoyed that, and I feel like they really are going to bring him on board like full time eventually. That's definitely, I'm sure, what they're working towards. Given his main cast, I feel like it's inevitable. And yeah, I'd be excited to see maybe a bit more of him and learn a bit more about him and let him be like part of an investigation from the start to the end. Would be quite an interesting thing to see him, how he responds to every single like process of like an Angel investigation, if you will, because we often see him brought in like, you know, 2/3 of the way through a case and like, oh, can you investigate this for us, then get back to us, or he's like invited to be part of the final battle, but he's not always there for like the inception of a case and discovering a client and stuff like that. So I'd like to see him kind of deal with the early stages of that process, and how he might fit into the team in terms of that. I think that'd be an interesting thing to see. So yeah, overall a really, really solid episode. I really enjoyed it. I think Bethany's story was, you know, very well done overall. I liked the focus on Lila, getting to see a bit more of her. I thought Cordelia was fantastic. The parallels to kind of with Bethany to like the idea of payment between her and her fucked up kind of view that her dad kind of, I guess, forced on her quite literally. The dark subject matter they explored with that, and the link with her and her father and how Wesley kind of picked up on that, I enjoyed. And how Bethany was kind of being used as, you know, an object by men, really. Even before Wolfram and Hart, I kind of got the impression that that had been happening to her, which is disgusting. But that kind of paralleling to the way Angel's almost being used by Darla as well in a very similar kind of way. And he has no idea about that yet. So lots of parallels going on with Bethany. And I think that was done very, very well throughout the episode. And yeah, I'm loving the team. I like Gunn's inclusion. Seeing Holland again. And yeah, just exploring the kind of idea of, you know, that level of abuse. I thought it did a pretty solid job with, and it had its funny moments as well, which is, you know, much needed kind of levity. So yeah, pretty solid episode overall. I did enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we're going to take this next as we carry on with the season. But my next reaction is going to be Buffy episode 4 of season 5. So yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.